What is up, guys? Adriana Maya, and I'm back with another episode of Spliffs and Giggles, brought to you by the Red Eye District. I have Jasmin Cadavid joining me today. She's a singer, rapper, and serial entrepreneur. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So let's get all the easy stuff out of the way. Let's just knock it out. What made you want to get into music?
So growing up, my stepfather was a drummer in a band.
Oh, fine.
So we used to do practice 2 times a week, and then I sang at church, show choir, chorus, and stuff at school.
Oh, so you have like traditional training and stuff.
Yeah, I met Wanye Morris, I'd say like 5-6 years ago, and when I met him, he like really encouraged me to take my career serious.
Yeah.
So I vocal trained with him. And really, like, you know, my whole life I knew I was gonna be an entertainer and a businesswoman, but yeah, I was really focusing. I was on my own since I was 14, so I was focusing on, like, you know, getting my money up.
Yes, of course.
Like putting a stable lifestyle. And, you know, people always tell you, you know, family always tell you, you gotta go to school, you gotta go to school, this and that. So that was that. And when I really established myself, I'm like, oh, and especially when he told me, I was like, oh, shit, if he says it, I guess I could really do this.
You got that little go ahead from someone who you felt like had recognition and stuff.
But I would say, like, you know, I had a family tragedy 1.5 years ago. And from that tragedy, that's when I've really been going hard. Yeah. So, like, you know, I was introduced to the music with Wanye, you know, trying to take it serious, but I didn't really, like, drop everything I wanted to. And but once I had that fire in me, you know, 1.5 years ago, like, I've just been going hard, like taking it really, really serious.
What are some of the things that you've been able to achieve? And it could be personal goals or even projects you've dropped in that time frame. Of course,
Okay. Shit, I'm on the radio right now.
Yeah.
I'm on the radio right now.
Yeah.
My song Recollections is on the radio right now. Like, it's a big deal to me because, you know, I'm an independent artist and I really, really put in the groundwork. Like, I've been hustling. Everybody knows how hard I work. So, like, for them to pick up my song, you know, I don't have a machine behind me. Like, it's a big deal for me.
Yeah, that's a huge deal.
Yeah, I've done that. Like, I have a song I did with Flip Dinero. I have a song with PG Raw. I got a song with Trap Beckham. Yes. So, like, a lot of these things are, like, milestones for me. I think I was looking at streams the other day and, like, you know, I'm over millions on digital streams. So, it's just, like, it's really cool just to hit all the small milestones.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you know, off the porch. It's like all those little things when you go places like, okay, I did this. Just did on the block performance. I'm super excited for that.
That is so fucking cool. Congratulations. I bet that has to feel good, especially having to deal with a tragedy like that. And you get kind of that drive to just go harder for yourself and stuff. And it's really paying off for you.
And I know my sisters are with me through the whole thing. You know?
Absolutely.
Rebecca, she was a singer, like, you know, she was a model, an aspiring, you know, person to get there. So it's like I'm living their dream, I'm living my own dream. Yeah. And I know they're with me throughout everything. And yeah, like, when you go through things in life, like, they can make you or break you. Some people, you know, you'll turn bitter real quick. And maybe turn your life to drugs and just be bitter at everything. I ain't gonna lie, like, I have my moments. Like, I get you know,
everybody gets down
a little temper, whatever, but it just, like, it's like I have an option. Like, I can either, like, give up or I could just choose to go even harder. And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna choose to go harder. So.
Well, and you're showing what happens when something really bad can happen, and you just gotta work through it and keep going and just really invest in yourself. What is the biggest shocker that you've seen in a response to your music, or maybe just your talent overall? Because you did say you're a serial entrepreneur.
Shocker?
Yeah. Like, in you, like, realizing, like, oh, I can do this. I'm really fucking good at it, and I can make money off of it.
I would say a shocker is, like, sometimes I hear comments was like, well, I think people didn't really think that you were going to take this serious or think that you would go this far. And that's a shocker to me because I'm like, for real, like, y'all should have known, like, I'm relentless in anything that I choose. And that's how anybody has to be in business and whatever you choose to do. Like, if you set your mind to something, don't stop till you get there.
Exactly.
You're going to get told no a lot. You know, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So those are, like, little shockers for me. I'm like, really? Like, I didn't come here to be a half-ass in it. So
yeah, I think that's so smart, especially as an independent artist. You really got to give it your all and invest 110% of yourself to really make something happen. So I think that's so cool that you're really seeing like benefits and you're reaping what you sow. That's fire. Do you have anything that's still on your goal list that you really want to do?
Of course, like I'm not even where I want to be yet. So it's so many different people I want to work with. It's so many different like tours and places I want to go and perform at. Like there's different platforms I still want to be on. You know, different people that I want to go work with and talk to. So yeah, I'm definitely not. Yeah. You know, where I feel like the finishing goal is. I feel like really I'm in the middle or just starting.
Yeah. Do you have any artists that have been kind of an inspiration to you with maybe their journey or even their music?
Well, I love Chris Brown. Chris Brown was always like a super dope artist to me. One of my favorite R&B artists. Character-wise, I can't really think of anything on the top of my head. That's okay. You know, but like I know that I inspire other people because it's like I'm just go hard. I'm go hard. I'm go hard. I'm keep going. I feel like I don't really compare myself to nobody when it comes to work ethic. The only person that I'm up against is myself.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's a great way to look at it. A lot of people get caught up in like jealousy or, oh, how's this bitch doing? How's this nigga doing? And as long as you're focused on yourself and you just keep doing better to you, like you're doing fine. I completely agree with you.
And you know, you're your own worst critic. So it's like, who better to compete against than yourself? It's like, okay, well, I already did that. How am I going to do this better? How am I going to be a better version of myself? Like, what can I do to help me get closer to that goal? Am I spending too much time getting high? Am I spending too much time getting drunk that I'm losing focus on what I need to do tomorrow? I have to be on camera. So, you know, maybe I shouldn't do that because it's going to make me look tired or whatever. So it's like different things you take into accountability on yourself. And I think a lot of people don't do that.
Oh, for sure they don't. I think that's like 90% of the reason why people just fail at everything. You get caught up in just the bullshit. And it's like, yeah, it's cool that you get to partake in these things, but like if you really want to get after it, you should probably keep focusing on the money and like getting after your goals. How's a way you combat that? Like keeping yourself in check so you make sure you just stay focused?
So I feel like sometimes you might get your back against the wall, right? And everything is against you. And I told myself in the beginning, I was like, I'm going to be a millionaire this year. And then I just noticed, like, things start coming at me. The devil start attacking me. And then, like, it's moments where you feel, like, so overwhelmed and frustrated. And it's like I said earlier, you got a decision to go one or two ways. And I just make the decision that, no, I'm going to just come back stronger. So what I will do is I will analyze and look at everything that I have in perspective. Take something out that's hurting me so that I can be better. I like to run. I like to go for long runs. I take care of myself. I try to be healthy. I also stay busy. So like if you get bored and you don't have nothing to do and you don't have an agenda, you get lost in your thoughts.
Hell yeah.
You start overthinking shit. You know, like, damn, like maybe I'm not good enough. Like, you know, I feel depressed. You know, you start getting in your own feelings. So I make myself dumb busy. So when my sisters passed, that's what I did. I was so busy. I was doing so much shit. Like I didn't have time to stay home and, you know, feel like the world was over or that I couldn't do it no more because I was just so busy. All I could think about is what is my goal today? What do I got to do? I got a 3-year-old daughter too. And my baby, like, I love her so much. Like, it just hurts when she's not around. And I didn't know that. I didn't understand that love. You know, people always tell you, like, oh, you never know love till you have a kid. Or, I was pregnant and miserable. I'm like, I hate this shit. I hate this shit, bro.
Dude, I feel you. Both my sisters have kids, and they went through hell, and I was just like, ooh.
Yeah, but now, you know, my baby, she's 3, and it's like, I'm like, wow, like, I really love her. Like, when she's not around, it hurts. So things like that, like it keeps you like motivated and keeps you strong. Having to look after other people, my mom, my grandma, like I know that like there's people that like watch me. There's little girls that look up to me and look at me for answers. There's people that look at me as inspiration and motivation. So it's like I have to do what I said I'm gonna do. Like I can't just, you know, be somebody and fuck everything up. You know, people's watching me.
Would you ever consider actually signing to someone?
Of course.
Yeah.
I know I'm about to probably catch something real major real soon.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, when I said the independent thing, I'm like, probably not for long. Because I got a lot of people coming at me right now, like with good situations. So
what are some of the things you're looking for in like a company to work with?
A company or
like if
label?
they want to sign you, a label.
I think I would rather keep that under wraps, but
that's okay.
You know, like they definitely got to bring more to the table than what I could do for myself because I do a lot on my own. Like I'm tech savvy, I'm business savvy, I'm personable, you know, I'm multi-talented. I can do a lot of shit by myself. So it's like if you coming at me, you got to come with a whole lot more than I can do by myself.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great way to look at it. Hell yeah. Do you have any projects that you've done in the past that you're really proud of? I know you did mention some, but I believe those were ones that you were just done. Do you have any that you have in the past that we should keep an eye out for?
Yeah, so I dropped an album last year in October. So what's that, 6-7 months ago?
Yeah.
I dropped 19 tracks on the album.
Fire.
I know it's not traditional because now people, they don't drop albums, but I'm like, man, fuck what y'all talking about. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Yeah.
So I dropped that album and it was very personal to me because there was a lot of things that were personal that I talked about in there that people probably didn't know about me. You know, I have a song Trials that's about my sisters. I shot the video at my mom's house where the incident occurred. My Florida song is one of my favorite songs. It's a very special song to me because you know, I was putting Florida on the map with that song and showing the swap shop, showing the car culture. You know, I had my girls, we dancing. It was just like a super dope video. I recently dropped a video for It's About Me, and that video, I just hit over 300K on YouTube. I actually directed that video. I wrote the creative. I did the whole storyline, and I made it a point to do my own hair, do my own makeup, do all the wardrobe, the creative direction, find the location, do it myself because the song is called It's About Me. So I didn't want to hire nobody to like do that shit. I wanted to show people like, nah, I could really do all this shit by myself. So that was cool to me too, you know? And now this Recollection song, like this is one of my favorite songs right now. So it's all very special to me because I put all my blood, sweat, and tears in everything I do. Yeah, I think that's fire. Do you do a lot of the creative direction for yourself or do you outsource too? Because I went through your page and you have a lot of different looks and stuff. And I'm like, some people have that creative streak. I don't. So I'm like, I have to hire someone, but I feel like you have it. Yeah, I do most of my creative direction. Sometimes I will collab with a director and we'll bounce ideas off of each other, you know, and just go back and forth. But a lot of times, like, I have, like, the idea on my own.
That's cool.
And we'll just add stuff in it and, like, make it bigger.
How do you get inspiration? Is it just you hear your songs or, like, as you're writing it, you just kind of get, like, an image in your head?
Sometimes I already have something that I want to talk about. I might have an event that just happened and I'm like, ooh, I got to put this on wax. I got to talk about this. You know, I might be in my feelings, thinking about whatever, and then I'll start putting things in my notes so that when I do get to the studio, I already have a skeleton of what I want to say. And then other ideas, I might, you know, you might just be somewhere and your friends might say something to you and you're like, ooh, that's a song. Like, that's a line right there. Like, And then as far as like styling and, you know, with looks and stuff, I might see something somewhere else on somebody and then I'll just twist it and create it and make it my own. And how would I do that? How can I make that better? Like these hearts, like I made this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like
fire.
I had seen somebody that like did some baby hairs and actually, matter of fact, I hired a girl to do my hair for my Bossy video that it's a song I did with Tafia. And so she did, I was like, just go crazy on my baby hairs. She did like some flour on my sideburns. And then from that, like I kind of just took that and started doing this shit on my own. I was like, well, I could do these hearts on both sides. Let me do this little thing.
That's so cool. What does a typical like studio session look like for you? Are there certain people that you like to bring in with you to help you bounce ideas, or do you like to isolate yourself?
I actually like to isolate myself.
Really?
So like everybody creates differently. A lot of people, they like to drink, they like to smoke, they like to have everybody like a party ambiance. But I'm not like that. Like I like nobody to be in my session. Like I like peace and quiet. And I typically like to go into a session already prepared with what I'm gonna do or write about or what I'm gonna lay down.
Yeah.
I might have one other person with me, but generally like it's just me and the engineer.
That is so cool. I think that's so cool. I feel like a lot of the people who have the party setting, it's kind of like because they need people to like hype them up and like get them in like a certain mindset. But you just do that for yourself. That's fire.
Like I'm naturally confident. Like I'm naturally open and transparent. So like I don't need alcohol to make me
like open up,
make me a rapper. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm already like that. Like I'm already popping my shit sober. So if anything, I'd rather not drink because then later on I'm like, I think I was saying too much. Like, I don't really like to be out of character like that.
Fuck yeah.
And then even smoking weed, I won't smoke weed in a session because it dries out my throat a little bit. Yeah. Sometimes I might overthink what I'm trying to say. You know, like when you're too high,
dude,
like
for sure.
you be with a guy or something, like, should I say that? Like, I don't know if I should say that. Do I sound
I'm
stupid?
here. I'm like, I said that mad weird. Like, why did I phrase it like that? Yeah. They're like, stop looking at the camera. I'm like, all right.
Okay. My bad. So
That's
yeah,
so cool.
I just when I'm in there, I like
that.
to be real, like organized and straight-minded and focused on what I'm doing.
That is so cool. When you go in, is that something where you said you usually have like ideas or sometimes you have like a concept written down? In like a typical session, how many songs would you say you finish?
It depends how many hours I'm there. Yeah. And how much I already have like written out. So like if I already have a song written out and I already know what I'm gonna do, I can lay it down in an hour. It depends too, like on how many harmonies I do, because sometimes I might stack every single harmony 3 times. So you talking about 16 different stacks on some of the harmonies that I do. Because I might have 3, 4, 5 different harmonies on top of each other, and then each one has 3 different stacks. So it's like boom, 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 so much shit that people don't even really realize goes into vocals. Rapping, you can rap and then just add some ad libs and it's done. But like as a singer who really like enjoys harmonies and switching up cadences and stuff, like I might be there for a really long time just fucking with my harmonies.
That's dope though, but you can do both parts. Do you ever bring in anyone to do like background stuff for you, or do you just cover it all yourself?
No, I do all my backgrounds.
That's so fucking fire. And you make all the money yourself too. It's so smart. Do you have any favorite like places that you like to go, like studios that you like to work with, or maybe engineers?
Yeah, I fuck with Mixmaster Studios. That's my home team and my brothers. Engineers, I really love Ricardo, and I'm really loving Dom right now. Dom is super dope engineer. It's my dog. But I'm actually like kind of picky. Like if I don't like already have an establishment or relationship with the engineer, like I don't really like to go in with new engineers because I have my template. I like my engineer to low key read my mind. Like I be like, why did I have to tell him to make me listen to it? I feel like he need to know that I wanted to listen to that. Like I don't want to say too much because I feel like we just gotta have that chemistry that we know each other. And he's like, oh, okay, she want to hear it again. She likes that one.
Oh yeah.
And that's hard. That's hard to get.
It is. It is. It's especially building that relationship with someone because you can work on so many different types of music with someone. So they might be good at one, but they might not be good at the other. What are some go-to things you look for with people that you want to work with?
Okay. Number one is, are they going as hard and as passionate about what they're doing as I am? Because I'm not going to waste my time and give you a feature and you don't do nothing with it. You don't push it. You don't want to do nothing with it. It's like, why you want me to spend my energy and do this stuff and you're not even like pushing your own shit. You're not giving the same energy. So it's really important to see the grind in a person, like to know, okay, this person is really serious about it and like they love this shit. So they're gonna like want to push and do whatever the fuck they gotta do. Like, yeah, let's do. They excited about it, you know? I also look for, as an artist, versatility, that you're not just one way. You're not just only a rapper that's a trap rapper. You know, like you might be able to do some melodic rap or something. I like to work with people who's versatile. But that's not to say that I won't. Like if you a cold ass rapper, shit, you a cold rapper. Like I'll work with you.
I feel you.
But yeah, I do look for things like that.
Well, because then you could get more projects with them and shit. I think it's cooler, especially if you guys mesh well. It makes more sense to me. I definitely get it.
Well, you gotta think like I don't think there's any artists like me. Like nobody looks like me. I can rap, and like when I pop my shit, I'm really popping my shit. I'm not just like somebody ain't writing for me and making fake stories about my life. This is really my life. Like I'm really Jasmin Cadavid, and I really did that stuff, right? But I also sing. So like whatever I'm rapping, I'm gonna incorporate some type of harmony somewhere in there and like soften that bitch and make it really pretty. I also don't think anybody sounds like me.
No, I was listening to some of your stuff, and usually that's what deters me from listening to people, is a lot of the same people sound alike, and no one does sound like you. Your voice is kind of unique. I really like it.
Thank you.
Do you have any goals that you just kind of let fall on the back burner in the like quest for your music? Because I know you said you do a couple of other things too, but music is your main thing that you're focused on.
Yeah, right now the music is definitely the main goal and focus, because I feel like if you put too much energy in too many different things, it's really hard to focus on one thing and master that thing. Yeah. So right now, like I'm really trying to show my ass in this shit, so I'm going very hard and focusing in this entertainment direction. I'm really not trying to like do too many other things, because I don't want to like be too distracted and lose focus on where I'm trying to go.
How is it that you find balance with doing the CBD stuff?
Well, the CBD, that came into play from before. So like before I was somebody or whatever, like people knew me to fuck with the cannabis. I was the first female in the industry after Wiz Khalifa. I had a banana kush and banana moon rocks in dispensaries. So like I kind of pioneered this shit for women. Yeah. And definitely the biggest girl in the game to have done it. Like with the CBD, you know, we were top 5 e-commerce wholesale. So it's like I feel like that was already established for me, and I don't really have to do much because it's just going.
That's so cool. How long ago was that, if you don't mind me asking, that you actually got into CBD and cannabis?
Oh shit, a while ago. You guys, when did Wiz Khalifa come out with this? Like when the shit all started getting recreational, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was a while ago. Like I was a baby. Like I was a baby, so like for me to be the first girl with the weed thing, like that's a big deal. And you know, that was a while ago. How many years has the shit been recreational, or started to get recreational?
I don't know, because where I live,
almost 22, almost.
22 what?
22 years.
Okay, nah. That's too far. That's too far.
I was like, I don't know, because where I'm from, it was legal because I'm from Washington State, so it was legal for us early on. We were like the 3rd state or the 4th state.
Wiz Khalifa
so I actually don't know that answer. I should though.
Wiz Khalifa came out with his strand. It had to have been about 7 years ago, I'd say. Yeah, Wiz. But that had nothing to do with the industry. You know, like industry shit, I would say like 7 years ago.
That's fire. So you've been in it for a long time. That's so cool.
I was hosting clubs before I had an ID. Like I had a fake ID, you know, I was modeling. Like they had me hosting clubs, and I was just hustling and trying to get it. So it was like when I became of age and the weed thing like fell on my lap like that, it was really just a blessing.
Yeah. What is it about the modeling that just kind of became like pushed to the side for you, and it was just like music is it for me?
I was never a model. Like I just started getting booked for shit. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm a model.
That's like, fire. People like your look, so they're like, yeah, we want
I was
you.
an athlete, and I was a troubled teenager. So I was in and out of jail. Like I was fighting all the time. And I told you I was 14 on my own. So I had got booked like for a photo shoot. Somebody did a photo shoot with me, and the photo shoot just like took off. And so then they were asking me to start doing this, starting to do it with my look. So I'm just like, bet, like, if that's what I got to do to get money, cool. Let's put some makeup on. Let's look sexy. Let's look pretty. But modeling was never something I ever aspired to be. It was never something I thought that I would be. Yeah. I really, honestly, like as a troubled child and teenager, I didn't even think I was pretty like that. It was so many moments that I just didn't think highly of myself. Yeah. So when that came onto my lap too, I'm like, fuck it. It's another way to make money. Like, hell yeah. Let's go. I capitalized off of it for sure. Hell yeah. Do you have any plans to ever circle back to it? I'm still a model. Look at me, I'm fine as fuck. No, I know. I'm gonna say because you said you focus on music the most, but I'm still assuming people hit you up all the time to try and get you to do modeling stuff. Rihanna is a model. Hell yeah. No matter who she is, as a business person, as an artist, Rihanna is a model. So it goes hand in hand. J-Lo is a model. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like all this entertainment shit, it goes hand in hand together. So it's like, even when you have, look at A$AP Rocky. Yeah. A$AP Rocky is a full-blown model. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker looks good. Like, so it's like if you can use that and start using your name and using your face for other places, you just keep doing it. So I wouldn't say that I stopped. Yeah. It's just like when I get endorsements and when people come to me with brand partnerships, I'm taking it. But now it's not just about my look. It's about who I am. Yeah. It's about my music. And I have a look. It's like all together now. I like that. Do you have any plans to get deeper into the marijuana industry? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure right now. Yeah. Like I have thought about it. But I'm not really sure right now because I'm really focused on like what I'm doing and just letting that play its role. But I'm not really sure. Yeah. That's okay. Everyone does that all the time. Bouncing around. It's not really that good. I think it's good to have something solid that you're focusing on and just like honing in on that. And music is that for you. I think that's fire. Well, I think this is part of my brand. It's just always going to be there. Yeah. So the question was, will I go farther into it? I don't know. Yeah. But I feel like it will always carry, like my name will always carry weight in the cannabis industry. Like for sure, I'm always, you know, I'm always going to be a part of it. I just don't know, like, you know, if I'm gonna go deeper and do different strands or something. You never know. You just never know. I might damn collab with, you know, another big cannabis brand and start some new shit. Like new shit just always comes and pop up, but it will always be a part of my brand for sure. Is there anything that is just off limits for you? Like it could be like types of song that you'll make, topics that you'll go into, anything like that? I'm pretty sure there is. Like I'm not really into putting women down. I'm really into like women empowerment. Yeah. I have a really big heart, and being that I don't have my sisters anymore, when I meet other women, it's like I kind of want to have that connection and like we help each other and, you know, like look out for each other. So I'm not into like putting women down. I'm definitely not into men that take advantage of women. Yeah. And think that, you know, women are over-sexualized because in this industry, it is a male-dominated industry and they do over-sexualize women a lot, and I don't fuck with that shit. How is some way you combat that and like working with people so you're not being put in situations like that? Or I'll tell them, I'll be like, I feel like you over-sexualizing me right now. You asking too many sexual questions and that's not what women is about. Yeah. I'll just say it. Like, I'm not going to beat around the bush or nothing. I'll just be like, no. I love that. Because, it's not your brand. So it's like, it's kind of out of line to even bring it up. It's not like, it's not what you're rapping about. It's not what you're saying. Like, it's not how you present yourself. So I think it's kind of out of line to even do that. Yeah, and I think, like, people get, like, this shit misconstrued when they see a beautiful, voluptuous woman. And just think like, you know, maybe all people is the same. That's not the case. So a lot of times, like women, you just gotta open your mouth and for a motherfucker to know. You know, sometimes you gotta let a motherfucker know. You do. You really do. Have you ever had a time where someone that you were working with, where it was just too much, and you've actually just walked away, and you were like, I don't even want to do this project, or I don't want to do this song with you? You don't have to say like specific names, but I can't even think about it because I feel like most of the time, like when people come around me and they talk to me, because I'm not going to work with you if we've never had a conversation. Oh, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So, Like, I'm pretty sure, like, once they talk to me and get to know me, like, they kind of know their boundaries.
Yes.
They get to know the people that's around me, and people around me might set boundaries for me. Like, I might not even have to say anything.
Yeah, that's good to have people looking out for you and shit.
But, yeah, like, I don't, for anything like that, I can't really even think of anything. Like,
yeah. But that's really good to not even be able to recall something. That's fire. Because you are gorgeous, so I'm sure people have had ideas. But, like, the fact that you present yourself so strong and, like, they don't think that they're going to have an option to even do that, that's great.
I think the thing is that I don't dwell on the negative. So it's like when people ask me questions like that, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's people. Yeah. But I just don't think about it. Like, I don't think about them people no more. If I fall out with you, I don't think about you no more. Like, you're dead to me.
That's good.
So I don't think about you. I be forgetting the beef that I had from... I'd be like,
I feel you.
I did? I stopped talking to you for that? That's right. You just reminded me, bitch. But, like, I just be forgetting because I don't focus. I try not to focus on the negative. Like, if I feel like you're bringing me down, I feel like you're not giving me the respect I deserve, I'll just cut you off, because the worst thing that I could do to somebody is stop showing them love. That's gonna hurt more than anything else that I do to you. I'll stop answering your phone calls, stop answering your text messages. Like, I just stop fucking with you. And that's gonna be the worst thing I could do to you.
I completely agree. I had to do an interview, and this is so funny. The girl who came here, I thought it was going to be someone else. She had the same name as someone else, so I thought it was someone else. And she came here and she was like, you don't remember we got into an argument a couple of years ago? And I was like, I have no idea who you are, bitch. I thought you were someone else. Like, what are you talking about?
Why would she even say that? Like, we're about to work. Why would
Literally,
you?
It was
You
so
might
crazy.
as well have just kept your mouth shut.
I was
now
shocked.
I
I was
work
like,
with
why
you again.
would you come here if we had a problem? That's insane.
People are
But
retarded.
you did it. It's wild. Do you ever have anyone that you did a project with, but you just decided to scrap it?
Yeah. So I had asked somebody that's close to me for a feature, and I think he wasn't taking me serious. And this motherfucker sent back the feature like months later. I threw that shit away.
Oh,
I didn't even like let nobody hear it. I'm like, this shit trash anyways, bro.
For sure, I definitely wouldn't.
But yeah, you know, he came back after when he's seeing like other people taking me serious and how I keep going and shit. But so when he sent it back, I didn't want it no more.
That is so
I'm like, fuck your song, fuck your verse. I don't need it.
Fuck no. Do you have anyone from like your hometown or anything that you're working with and you're trying to coordinate with at all?
From the crib. Well, yeah, I got that song with Tafia.
Yeah,
Tafia's from the crib. You know, Zoe from the crib. We gonna collab. Who else we got hired? Shit, really, honestly, Lil Jerry from the crib, and we're gonna be shooting our video for our song next week. So I'm excited for that. You know, like anybody who's a real hustler, like out here, like I really just want to work with you, like, and I want to show love. And I'm not the type of person who's like, oh, nah, because this, like this. Like, I really do be trying to work. So it's like, if I think you're talented, I'd be like, man, let's make this shit happen.
Are you gonna be doing the creative direction for that shoot?
We're bouncing ideas off of each other. It's not my song, it's his song.
Oh, okay, so, I got you.
Yeah, it's not.
Will you be rapping or singing on that, or is that something we have to?
Yeah. So I'm rapping, and then I have like parts where I'm singing, and I added like my vocals in the background.
That's fire. That's fire as fuck. I like that. This has been such a joy to have you on. I've loved chatting with you.
Yeah,
you are so
too.
cool.
That was dope.
We're definitely gonna have some of your songs featured, some of the ones that she mentioned, because they gotta hear your music. If you haven't checked out her Instagram already, would you mind actually shouting out like your social media and your pages where we can find your music, like Spotify and all that?
So if you're following me already or not following me, please follow me on all platforms. My name is Jasmin Cadavid at JasminCadavid. My song Recollections is out on all platforms. I actually got a billboard dropping today here at the crib. Stay tuned. That song is on the radio right now. Super dope record. I love it. And I actually might have a remix coming out with somebody super dope on it too. And, you know, a lot of new music on the way. Make sure you check me out on all platforms. And thank you. We'll have tags available. This was so cool. And we're going to send you home with some goodies. So if you want, you can test them yourself. I know. I got to try this shit out. That's what I'm saying. It's so good. Like I did a cannabis event, a cannabis cup one year, right? And they had these cheladas. I forgot what it was called. Like these cheladas that had glass all in it. And I downed that bitch, right? I I got so high that I was talking to myself in my head saying, don't fall down. I'm like, don't fall down, don't fall down. I'm panicking in my head, like, please don't fall down, please don't fall down. I have never been that high. And I'm a bona fide smoker. So for me to be that high, like talking to myself, like, keep it together, Jazz, keep it together, Jazz, don't fall over. That shit had me fucked up.
That's probably replays in your head.
So now, like, when they give me drinks that are cannabis, I'm like, you know, real cautious on how fast I drink it. I'm like, oh, okay, you gotta be careful with this one.
I always mess up. Oh, man.
And down the whole thing.
Yep. By the end of the day, I'm like, I'm tired. Like, I really need to lay down before, like, things get weird.
Yeah. So one thing I actually forgot is my rolling papers. I brought out the first pink FDA approved rolling paper.
Yeah.
I got presented at a cannabis cup one day, and they were like, "Hey, we got manufacturers." So I went out the country. I went to the place. I looked at all the different type of papers. I brought out the first pink FDA approved paper. Then I have a brown paper, which is equivalent to like a raw. Yeah. And then there's ultra thin. Ultra thin would essentially be the healthiest paper because it's the thinnest paper you can smoke. On all three papers, the glue is non-cancerous. Yes. All three papers, it's 100% organic and 100% hemp. Slow burning. So anybody that smokes them, like, he'll vouch for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're good, top of the line papers. Like, that's the only papers I smoke, not because it's my own. Like, they're just really fucking good papers. So I am going to leave you guys a box, you know.
Oh, hell yeah. Where can we find those if we're looking for them?
On the website. You can find them in random stores. I don't even know what stores they're in. I was performing in Texas one day. They were like, oh, let me bring you to the smoke shop. This is our biggest smoke shop. And I go in there and they had all my products already.
That's so fucking cool.
It'd be like at random places. Yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, that's my shit. Yeah.
I love that. That is so fucking cool. And one more thing I forgot. How hard has it been navigating, managing so many different things, like writing your own music, staying up with current trends and stuff like that, and then also, do you manage your own social media as well, and like all your pages and stuff?
I'm not gonna lie, like I need an assistant right now.
Well, like, I was gonna say,
I need an assistant right now because I do so much stuff. But what I spoke to you about earlier, you know, with you have to start putting things in a list and prioritizing what's the most important thing and timeline. So using my calendar and my notes is every day. I'm always in my notes and in my calendar. You know, I got people around me that help me as a part of my team, help make shit happen for me. That's good. But I eliminate things that's slowing me down. So I don't drink alcohol. I spend a lot of time by myself. I don't really party. I don't really go out to clubs like that because I don't have time. Tomorrow, I'm filming a movie. I got a lead role in an independent film. For the past weekends, you know, we've been filming. Tomorrow, I got to be up dumb early. My billboard drops at 5 o'clock today. So I know that after I do all the photos with that, I've got a label meeting phone call. I'm going straight home. Like, I look cute. I could go see somebody, maybe go on a date, you know? But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go home because I got things to do at home and I need to start prioritizing, pack my shit for tomorrow, and I have to wake up early. So it's like, you gotta really be disciplined. I'm gonna be honest, you gotta be disciplined.
That's why she's so goddamn successful.
Listen, I've been around motherfuckers in this game that like have, they've had a photo shoot to be on the cover of a fitness magazine. And I'm around this person and he doesn't drink, smoke, no type of drugs. When we're eating lunch, the man was drinking water and lemon, didn't even eat food. He's like, no, because I have this shoot. And I'm like, whoa, that's discipline. He didn't even, he's getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Boom, boom, boom. And shit like that just go to show like how disciplined somebody really can be and how hard you got to really go for yourself. So like, it's a mind game. Like you got to talk to yourself and battle yourself and choose, okay, how am I going to get here? This is what I got to do. This is what I got to eliminate.
Jasmin,
I'm feeling like
David, you have been such a joy to have on, dude. You really are an inspiration. And I completely understand why you are so successful. It's just because you're really going hard for yourself. And it's fire as an independent artist to see someone who's so fucking dedicated to themselves. Like, your drive is amazing. So thank you so much for telling us about your journey and pretty much how you were a pioneer in the cannabis industry, and now you're taking this wave and going with music, and you're really fucking kicking ass. So congratulations, and congratulations on all the success that you've been having. I'm Adriana Maya. She's Jasmin Cadavid. This is Spliffs and Giggles, brought to you by the Red Eye District. Good night, guys.
Bye.